Student, welcome to my another session. In this session I am going to discuss about gastrointestinal hormone or GI hormone or gut hormone, and I sure that no book of higher secondary level gives you the complete idea about gastrointestinal hormone. Okay, so here I am going to discuss about different numbers of more than 10 numbers of gastrointestinal hormone. So stay with me at the end of this session. So what is the meaning of gastrointestinal hormone? Gastrointestinal hormone, also known as GI hormone, and you can say this is known as the gut hormone. These hormone secreted from alimentary canal, that's why hormone is known as GI hormone or the gastrointestinal hormone. But here these hormone not secreted from endocrine glands, but they are secreted from the cells, different cells which are present in the wall of alimentary canal, and these cells are known as endocrine, means within crine means secretion, endocrine cells. These endocrine cells secrete the hormone, and such hormone act on the same site or the site near to the endocrine cells or near to secreting site. That's why the secreting site and the target site present near to each other, or the secretion site and the action site, it may be same. That's why such hormone also known as local hormone. This is known as local hormone. Actually, the secretion site of hormone and the target site of hormone which are present distance, but here these the action site and the target site present very nearer to each other, or the secretion site and the action site, it may be same. That's why this is known as the local hormone. So first thing is that gastrointestinal hormone, these are the chemicals or the peptides which secreted by different endocrine cells. These cells present throughout the alimentary canal, and some present in the pancreas also, and these hormone also secreted by nerve ends. That's why some of the gastrointestinal hormone, these are the neurohormones. They are secreted from the nerve ends. That's why these are known as the neurohormones. So gastrointestinal hormone secreted from the endocrine cells. These cells present throughout the alimentary canal. About more than 50 number of genes of gastrointestinal hormone recently discovered. Out of these, we discuss here some of the hormones. So mainly gastrin, cholecystokinin, secretin, durocrinin, enterocrinin, enterogastron, pancreatic polypeptide, somatostatin, vasoactive intestinal peptide, villikinin, then the gastric inhibitory peptides, peptide YY, guanylin. So what is the function? What are the function of this gastrointestinal hormone? Gastrointestinal hormone, it regulate the muscle contraction of the alimentary canal, which help for the mobility of the alimentary canal, which helping for the peristalsis. Second function, such hormones, it helps for the secretion of different glands, secretion of pancreas, secretion of gallbladder or the liver, secretion of alimentary canal. So it helps for the secretion. It also regulates the secretion of different glands. So it may inhibit the secretion or it promote the secretion. Okay, so you can say it regulate the secretion of different digestive glands. Such hormone also helps for the increase the flow of water and electrolytes in the alimentary canal, which helps for the absorption of nutrients. So these are the important function of the gastrointestinal hormone, and such gastrointestinal hormones secreted from the endocrine cells. These cells present throughout the alimentary canal. In case of human, more than 50 number of gastrointestinal hormones are reported. Out of these are the some of the important gastrointestinal hormone, and out of these we discuss first three important hormones. Okay, so let's start. Gastrin hormone. So gastrin, it's secreted from G cell. G cell present at the antrum pyloric region of the stomach. So this, suppose that this is the stomach, and this portion, this is the fundic region, this is the cardiac region, this is the body of stomach, and this part is the pyloric region. And pyloric region you can divide, then again two part, this is the antrum and this is the pylorus. So enteropyloric region, the wall of enteropyloric region of the stomach, that is the G cell. That is the G cell. So suppose that is the G cell. So this G cell, it secrete gastrin. It secrete gastrin. So how G cell secrete gastrin, or what are the factors which stimulate the G cell? There are several factors. So the peptides and the amino acid in stomach, presence of peptides and the amino acid in stomach, as well as calcium ion, they stimulate the G cell to secrete gastrin. Or the distension of enteric region. When the food coming inside this region, it may distend. So distension of enteric region, which may activate the secretion of gastrin. Okay, as well as the nerve end, the vagus end. This is the vagus nerve end, which also secrete the chemical, and this chemical is known as the gastrin releasing peptides. So gastrin releasing peptide secreted from vagus nerve end, which also stimulate the G cell. So this is known as the gastrin releasing peptides, or it also known as the this is the vagus. This is also known as the neuropeptide. This is also known as neuropeptides. So what are the stimulus? So first stimulus, the first potent stimulus is the peptides or amino acid inside the stomach, calcium ion, then distension of enteric region, then the vagus end, which secrete the GRP, gastrin releasing peptide. They stimulate the G cell. G cell release the gastrin through bloodstream. It reaches to the target cell. Here the target cell is axanthic cell. The target cell is axanthic cell. As you all know that this is the axanthic cell, and this oxyntic cell also known as parietal cell. So when gastrin stimulate the oxyntic cell, then oxyntic cells start to release HCl, It means this is the acid. So as much as acid is secreted from the oxyntic cell, such acid level or acid which inhabit the G cell. So it inhabit the secretion of gastrin from G cell. So this is the one of the negative feedback. So this is known as the negative feedback. So increasing of gastrin which increase the secretion of HCl, when the level of HCl increases and that much amount, that is the decreasing of secretion of gastrin. So increasing of H plus which inhibit the secretion of gastrin, this is known as the inhibitory regulation. This oxyntic cell also secrete intrinsic factor. So IF means intrinsic factor. Such intrinsic factor which helping for the absorption of vitamin B12. So the deficiency of vitamin B12 which causes pernicious anemia. Okay. In case of pernicious anemic patient, there is the dysfunction of oxyntic cell. If oxyntic cell become dysfunction, then there is no regulation of G cell. If there is no regulation of G cell, then there is the increasing of gastrin in the bloodstream. Suppose that the gastrin which reach to the oxyntic cell by blood vessels. If parietal cell become dysfunction, or destroyed, then another type of anemic condition is developed, and such type of anemic condition is known as the megaloblastic anemia, which is known as the megaloblastic anemia. Okay, so this is the whole about of the gastrin hormone. So gastrin hormone, it also stimulate another cell which is known as the chief cell or zymogen cell. Such zymogen cell or the chief cell of the stomach which secrete pepsinogen or the prorenin. Pepsinogen and prorenin. Okay, so these are the function of the gastrin hormone. So gastrin hormone secreted from the G cell. So the secretion of the gastrin when it comes to the bloodstream mixed with bloodstream, from bloodstream it reaches to the oxyntic cell, and oxyntic cell is activated which secrete HCl. The secretion of HCl which inhabit the G cell, this is the one of the negative feedback. Okay, and the oxyntic cell which also secrete the intrinsic factor. So intrinsic factor, it helps for the absorption of vitamin B12. So deficiency of vitamin B12 which causes pernicious anemia. Okay, and some condition, if oxyntic cell is destroyed or become dysfunction, then such type of anemic condition is known as the megaloblastic anemia. And such gastrin hormone also activate the chief cell or the zymogen cell of stomach, and which causes the secretion of pepsinogen and the prorenin. Okay, so what are the stimulus of the G cell? So stimulus of G cell is the peptides and the amino acid. This is the most potent, and the calcium ions, as well as distension of anteric region, as well as GRP neuropeptides which secreted from the nerve ends, that is vagus. So this is whole about of the gastric. Now move to the cholecystokinin. Earlier it was known as the cholecystokinin pancreozyme, but now it is known as the only cholecystokinin or CCK in short, or you can say cholecystokinin pancreozyme. Such cholecystokinin pancreozyme secreted from the small intestine, actually the upper part of the small intestine. Upper part of small intestine means duodenum and the jejunum. So cholecystokinin secreted from eye cells of upper part of alimentary canal or the small intestine. Okay, upper part of small intestine. So eye cell which present at such level. Okay, and here suppose that this is the pancreatic duct and this is the pancreatic glands, and suppose that this is the pancreatic acini, and this is the pancreatic duct, and here is your liver, or there is the gallbladder, cystic duct which joined to this duct. Okay, that is the sphincter of Oddi, or which is known as the sphincter of Oddi or Oddi. Okay, now so eye cell, so here eye cell present in the upper part of the small intestine, suppose that in duodenum. So eye cell which secrete CCK, cholecystokinin. So what are the stimulus of eye cell, or what are the stimulus of CCK? Here peptides is the most stimulus. So peptides is the most stimulus, as well as partially digested fat. So most potent is the peptides. When peptides and partially digested fat entering into duodenum, means it is the acidic chyme. When the acidic chyme entering into duodenum through pyloric sphincter, which stimulus the eye cell. So eye cell is stimulate if the acidic chyme contains fat and the peptides. Peptides is the most potent stimulus of eye cell, or stimulus of CCK. So then CCK which acts on pancreatic glands. So when CCK act on pancreatic glands, then more and more pancreatic juice secreted to the duodenum. Okay, so here such pancreatic secretion which neutralizes the acidic chyme. Okay, otherwise such acidic chyme or the corrosive nature of the HCl from the stomach, it may damage the duodenal wall. That's why when the acidic chyme entering into the duodenal wall, then cholecystokinin which start to secrete, and such cholecystokinin, it works on the pancreatic gland. The pancreatic gland start to secrete more and more pancreatic juice to the duodenal gland, as well as such eye cell or the such CCK, cholecystokinin, which squeeze the secretion of gallbladder. So the cholecystokinin, it also contract the gallbladder. So the contraction of gallbladder which causes the releasing of more and more bile to the duodenum. When as much as pancreatic juice secreted in the duodenum, as much as bile juice secreted in the duodenum, then the acidic chyme which start to neutralize suddenly, as well as the pancreatic juice which contains the protein digesting enzyme which start to digest or which start to break down the protein into peptides. So more and more peptides produced because of the action of pancreatic juice. So more and more peptides are produced which causes the more activation of I cell. So this is the positive feedback. So as much as peptides are produced, that much level I cells are activated, and this is known as the positive feedback. Okay, so this is the whole about of the cholecystokinin. Cholecystokinin also previously it was known as the cholecystokinin pancreozyme. Okay, and here this enzyme, it is secreted from the I cell present at the upper part of the duodenum. So upper part of the small intestine, mainly duodenum as well as jejunum. When the acidic chyme entering into the duodenum, the I cell is activated and the stimulus is the peptides. This is the most potent stimulus. Then partially digested fat also stimulus, as well as the vagus nerve ending also stimulate the I cell. Vagus end also stimulate the I cell. So I cell it secrete the cholecystokinin which stimulate the pancreas, and pancreas start to secrete more and pancreatic juice to the duodenum, and such CCK also activate the gallbladder, contract the gallbladder to release more and more bile to the duodenum. As much as pancreatic juice and the bile pours to the duodenum, the neutralization of food taking place, as well as by the action of pancreatic juice, more peptides are produced. So more peptide produced means they stimulate again the I cell. So this is known as the positive feedback system. And such I cell also it is stimulated by the vagus nerve. And here the relaxation of sphincter of Oddi also controlled by the CCK. The sphincter of Oddi which is present at the opening of hepatopancreatic opening at the duodenum side. So this is relaxed by the sphincter. So this is relaxed by the CCK and the contraction of the pyloric sphincter. So this is the pyloric sphincter. It is contracted means it is closed. Why it is closed? Because so CCK it closed the pyloric sphincter. Why? So if more and more acidic chyme entering into the duodenum, then which would harm the digestive process. That's why CCK contract the pyloric sphincter, and such CCK also helping for the growth of the pancreatic glands which act as the trophic factor. Okay, and these CCK also helping for the mobility of the alimentary canal. Mobility of alimentary, some part of small intestine, So CCK which mainly contract the gallbladder, which mainly contract or helping for the secretion of the pancreatic juice, and CCK it helps for the mobility of the alimentary canal. So here is two important terms. One is the cholagogue. cholagogue. Cholagogue means any substance which contract the gallbladder, which causes the contraction of gallbladder. So any substance which causes the contraction of gallbladder is known as the cholagogue. So here the CCK which act as the cholagogue. The CCK which act as the cholagogue. And another term is the any substance which increase the secretion of bile, which is known as the choleretics. Choleretics. So choleretics means any substance which increase the bile secretion. So these are the two terms. You can remember these two terms, cholagogue. So any substance which contract the gallbladder. So here CCK which causes the contraction of the gallbladder and releasing of the more bile to the duodenum. That's why this is known as the cholagogue. Another is the choleretics. Choleretics means the any substance which helping for the secretion of bile. So bile salt which helping for the bile secretion, increase the secretion of bile. So the bile salts act as the choleretics. So you have to remember to these terms here. Now move to the secretin. We have already discussed about gastrin, then the cholecystokinin, then the secretin. So these are the peptide hormones or the protein hormones. Secretin, this is the first hormone which was discovered first. So it was discovered by the Starling and the Baylis. Starling and Baylis in the year 1902. Secretin which is secreted from the S cell of alimentary canal. So S cell present and the upper part of the small intestine. Upper part of small intestine means the duodenum and the jejunum. So here suppose that S cell present, and here suppose that this is the pancreatic gland. So this is the pancreas and this is the pancreatic duct. When the acidic chyme entering into the duodenum, then which stimulus the S cell. So what is the stimulus of S cell? So stimulus of S cell is the acidity. Acidity means H plus ion. Okay. So when the acidic chyme entering into duodenum, then S cell activate and which secretes secretin. And secretin, it acts on the pancreatic duct, and now pancreatic duct start to secrete bicarbonate, and such bicarbonate released to the duodenum. And now the acidic chyme, when it acts on the bicarbonate, the neutralization of food taking place. So acidic chyme, when it come in contact with the bicarbonate ions, then the acidity which is neutralized here. So neutralization of food, as much of neutralization taking place by the action of bicarbonate which inhabit the S cell, So this is known as the negative, which is known as the negative feedback, which is known as negative feedback. As much as acidic food is neutralized, that much level S cell is inhibited. Okay, so the neutralization of food which causes the inhibition of S cell. Okay, and this process is known as the negative feedback. So here the secretin, which act on the pancreatic gland or the pancreatic duct, which causes the secretion of bicarbonate. So bicarbonate neutralize the acidic chyme. So neutralization of acidic chyme which causes the inhibition of S cell. So inhibition of S cell which causes the inhibition of secretion of secretin. So here secretin and the cholecystokinin, these are the augment. These are the augment, CCK, cholecystokinin, and the secretin, these are the augments. Okay, so these are two complementary to each other. Okay, so now come to the other hormones in very short. Now come to the other GI hormone in a very short discussion. Okay, suppose that this is the stomach and this is the duodenum and the some part of the jejunum here. So first come to the duocrinin. So duocrinin, it is secreted from the wall of duodenum. So from the wall of duodenum, which secrete the duocrinin, and which stimulate the Werner's gland, to secrete mucus in the duodenum. So stimulus, here the stimulus is the acidic chyme. Acidic chyme is the stimulus, or the acidity is the stimulus. Okay, now come to the enterocrinin. So enterocrinin, which secreted from the throughout small intestine, throughout small intestine. This is the enterocrinin. So enterocrinin, which is secreted from the throughout small intestine, and such hormone which activate the crypts of Leverkusen or the intestinal glands, or the crypts of Leverkusen or intestinal gland. Then come to the another hormone, enterogastron. So enterogastron, this is the gastric inhibitory peptide, and which slows down the secretion of gastric juice as well as the mobility of the stomach. So this is the enterogastron, which also known as the gastric inhibitory peptide, or which is known as the GIP. So some cell of the stomach which secrete GIP, gastric inhibitory peptide, and which slow down the secretion of gastric juice as well as mobility of gastric juice and the mobility of stomach. Okay, now come to the another hormone, that is the pancreatic polypeptide. So pancreatic polypeptide, which is secreted from the pancreas, PP cell or the F cell of the pancreatic isolates of Langerhans. Suppose that this is the pancreatic gland. So here PP cells or F cells, they secrete the hormone pancreatic polypeptide. So this pancreatic polypeptide, they secrete the PP, means pancreatic polypeptide, and such inhibit the function of pancreas. So these are the part of islets of, this is the islets of Langerhans. So PP cells or the F cell, this is the cell of the islets of Langerhans, which secrete the pancreatic polypeptide and which inhibit the releasing of pancreatic juice. So it inhibit the releasing of pancreatic juice. Okay. Now come to the somatostatin. So somatostatin, this also releasing from the islets of Langerhans. So the delta cell of islets of Langerhans, and which inhibit the secretion of glucagon from the alpha cell and the insulin from the beta cell. So another is the somatostatin, which is secreted from the delta cell of islets of Langerhans, and which inhibit the alpha cell to secrete the glucagon, and the beta cell which inhibit the secretion of insulin. So the delta cell, it secretes somatostatin which inhibit the action of alpha cell and the beta cell. Alpha cell which secrete the glucagon and beta cell which secrete the insulin. Okay, so secretion of glucagon and insulin which is inhibited by the delta cell of the islets of Langerhans. Okay, and now come to the vasoactive intestinal peptide. Vasoactive intestinal peptide or the VIP. So this VIP hormone which is secreted from the gut, pancreas and the nervous system also, suprachiasmatic nuclei also of the thalamus or the nervous system, and which increase the muscle smooth muscle relaxation, which inhibit the gastric secretion of water and the pancreatic juice and the peristalsis movement. So the vasoactive intestinal peptide, so VIP, vasoactive intestinal peptide, it is secreted from the intestine as well as pancreas, and which these two hormone, this hormone which increase the relaxation of smooth muscles of the alimentary canal, which helping for the peristalsis movement, and it also inhibit the secretion of the gastric juice. Okay, it inhibit the secretion of gastric juice. Now come to the villikinin. So villikinin, this is another hormone, and villikinin, so which helping for the movement, villikinin, So villi-kinin, it helps for the movement of villi. Movement of villi of the intestine. So villi-kinin, it's secreted from the gut and which helping for the movement of villi. Now come to the gastric inhibitory peptides or the GIP, gastric inhibitory peptides. So I have already discussed about gastric inhibitory peptides. So enterogastron, which is also known as the gastric inhibitory peptide. Now come to the peptide YY. So peptide YY, which is secreted from the ileum and the colon. So peptide YY, which is secreted from the ileum and the colon, which inhabit the pancreas as well as stomach. So it inhabit the pancreas and stomach. Okay, so this is the peptide YY. So now come to the guanylin, GUANYLIN, guanylin. It is one of the agonist of the guanyl cyclase receptor and which helping for the absorption of nutrients and the electrolytes. Absorption of electrolytes and nutrients. Okay, so it helping for the absorption of electrolytes, water and somehow nutrient also. Agonist means the molecule which bind to the receptor. Suppose that this is the agonist which bind to the receptor, then it activated. So now this complex is activated. This is known as the agonist, which is known as the agonist. And the opposite of the agonist, you can say that the antagonist. The opposite of the agonist or the antonym of the agonist, you can say the antagonist. So antagonist, the molecule, if it bind to the receptor, then which deactivate the complex or the receptor, which is known as the antagonist. So here the guanylin, which act as the agonist of the guanylin cyclase receptor and which helping for the absorption of electrolytes and the water from the alimentary canal and some part of the nutrient also. So these are the different gastrointestinal hormone. So GIP, gastric inhibitory peptides. So this is the gastric inhibitory peptides, which is also known as the enterogastron. So which inhibit the mobility of the stomach as well as secretion of the gastric juice. Another is the duocrinin, the cell which present in the epithelium of the duodenum, which stimulate the Brunner's glands to secrete the mucus. The PP cell or the F cell of the islets of Langerhans, which secrete the PP, means pancreatic polypeptide, which inhabit the pancreatic gland, which inhabit the secretion of pancreatic juice. So VIP means vasoactive intestinal peptide, and such cell or these hormones secreted from the gut as well as the pancreas to inhabit the stomach, which inhabit the secretion of gastric juice. Then come to the villi-kinin. So villi-kinin, such hormone secreted from the gut and which helping or which increase the mobility of villi of the gut. Then enterocrinin, this hormone which secreted from the alimentary canal, throughout the alimentary canal, and which activate the crypts of liver cone to release more and more gastric juice. Then another is the peptide YY. Such peptide YY is secreted from the colon and the ileum, and which inhibit the secretion of the pancreatic juice. It also inhibit the stomach secretion and the mobility of stomach. Okay. Another is the delta cell of the islets of Langerhans of pancreas, which secrete the somatostatin. Such somatostatin which inhabit the alpha cell to secrete glucagon, and the beta cell which inhabit the beta cell to secrete the insulin, or you can say that which inhabit the secretion of glucagon and the insulin. So these are the different hormones of these are known as the gastrointestinal hormone. And another important term here is the guanylin. So guanylin, this is another hormone, and such guanylin which is secreted from the colon, which is secreted from the guanylin which is secreted from colon and ileum. Okay, it is guanylin because it acts as the agonist of the guanylin cyclase receptor. With the guanylin cyclase receptor, such guanylin molecule which helping for the absorption of fluid and electrolytes from the alimentary canal. Okay, so this is whole about of the GI hormone or the gastrointestinal hormone. You have to remember actually first three, and you have to remember the GIP, or which is known as the enterogastron. So this is whole about of the GI hormone. In my next class, I will discuss about the digestion of protein, carbohydrate and lipids in details. Okay, thank you for watching.